Hello, welcome. In this lecture, let us discuss about runtime controller in JMeter. The runtime controller allows you to run certain parts of your test plan for a specified period of time, like you want to run for 1 minute or 30 seconds, etc. When you have a part of your code in test plan and this part of the code, let us say you want to run for only 1 minute, irrespective of how many requests are sent, it will just run for 1 minute, right? For that purpose you can use this runtime controller. It is like, imagine you are writing an examination and examination time is only 3 hours. Irrespective of how many questions you have answered or how many questions you have completed, after 3 hours your examination will end and you are no longer allowed to continue your examination, right? Something like this. Runtime controller will do something similar. Once the specified time period is over, it will stop sending the requests. Within the specified time period, it will complete as many requests as possible. Let us understand how this runtime controller works. It controls how long certain test steps will run. Imagine you are doing a search operation on a website and you want to test how many times you can perform a search operation in 1 minute. For this kind of use cases, you can use runtime controller. The real-time use case of runtime controller can be, suppose you are testing a search function in an e-commerce website during a high traffic event like Black Friday. You want to see how many search requests the server can handle in 1 minute window. This is one of the real-time use case wherein you can use the runtime controller. Now let me open the JMeter and practically understand how we can use the runtime controller. So now I have opened the JMeter here. You can add the runtime controller. Firstly, let me add the thread group and we can add the runtime controller here. This is the runtime controller, and under this you can place the requests to be run for a specified amount of time. For example, you might want to run for 1 minute, that is 60 seconds, or 2 minutes, 120 seconds, right? You can specify the time in seconds. Whatever the requests which are added under this particular controller will run for this specified amount of time. Once this time specified is reached, it will no longer send this request, irrespective of how many times it has sent the request. Now let me open the JPEG Store website and understand where we can apply this runtime controller. So this is a JPEG Store website. We can apply the runtime controller to find out how many times we can do the search here, right? For example, I can search here fish and perform a search operation, right? So for this particular search operation, I will record the script now, and for this search operation you can check in 1 minute how many times it is able to perform this search operation. Let me use the blaze meter and record this search operation. I'll call it as runtime controller and let me start recording. Now this is the opening of the web page, and now here you can enter the searching item and click on search, right? This search is performed. Now I will stop recording the script. Now we have recorded the script for searching, and we can use this script and specify the time period like 1 minute. We can identify how many times we are able to do the search operation in 1 minute. Let me extract the script that we have recorded now. JMX, it is extracting the script. So this script is recorded here. Let me copy this script to the JMeter folder. So I will copy this script here and let me open the recorded script now in JMeter. Okay, this is the script we have recorded, and this is opening this is open URL, and next we are doing a search here. You can identify here we are we have entered fish here, right? We are doing a search. Here we are opening the web page, right? This operation we can run using runtime controller and identify how many times it is able to do this search operation. Let me add the runtime controller here, and I will copy these two requests under runtime controller, and I can disable or you can remove this one, first one now, right? This is a runtime controller. I will also add the listeners to view the results. I will also add here and more listener summary report, right? Now in the runtime controller you can specify how much time you want to run these requests. For example, let us say I want to run for 1 minute, that is 60 seconds. In 60 seconds it is able to do how many searches we can identify now by running this, right? Let me run this and let us identify how many times it is able to do the search operation in 1 minute. Let us run the script. See, you can find out here how many requests it is sent here under samples. It will continue running until it reaches 1 minute, that is 60 seconds, that we have specified here, right? It will stop sending the request once it reaches 60 seconds. So let us wait until it reaches 60 seconds. You can observe the time here in the corner. It has reached 1 minute now. Now you can observe here, it has sent the 10 requests in 1 minute, right? It means it is able to do 10 search operation in 1 minute, right? Here also you can observe here 10 search requests it has sent, right? Each of this opening URL and searching, right? All the requests are successful. In this way you can use the runtime controller to identify how many searches it can do in 1 minute or how many operations, whatever it can be. Let us say you want to perform some other operations as well. For example, you might want to identify sign in. How many times it can do a sign in 1 minute. This one also can be verified using similar approach, right? By here you need to place the login script. That's it. In this kind of scenarios, this runtime controller can be used. I will attach this script in the resource section of the video. Thank you for watching.